Today we're going to be talking about a mine in the Uintahs that has gained a lot of popularity due to the new HeavyDSparks YouTube video where he's looking for a lost Spanish treasure in the Uintahs. This is actually something I've been researching for the past couple of years. Me and my friends have been out on a couple of expeditions. But I'm going to tell you what I know about the Lost Rhodes Gold Mine and then show you my areas of interest where we've been looking, and you can go look too yourself. So here I'm looking at a location. I'm pulling through the historical imagery. While the video is doing that, I'm going to kind of talk about the history of the Lost Rhodes Gold Mine. So as we know, in 1847, the Mormon pioneers come and settled Utah. Shortly before they settled Utah, the Spanish were actually here, and they was looking all over the mountains of Utah for signs of gold, and they were apparently successful. They had mined the area for, some people think, as long to up to 300 years and enslaved the Ute and Timpanogos Indians to work in these mines. Eventually, the natives banded together and overthrew the Spanish from these mines and chased them out of the area, and then went back in and closed off and sealed all the entrances to these mines. Now, why would they do that, do you ask? Well, I asked myself the same question. The only thing that those mines being exposed has brought to the Ute people is enslavement and working to death in those mines. There's stories that some of these Native Americans had never seen light, so they were completely blind when they pulled them out of these mines at the end of the massacre when they got the Spanish out of there. So after the Spanish were chased out, Chief Wakara of the Timpanogos tribe had seen a vision of white settlers coming over with top hats, and that he should be nice to them. So when the Mormon settlers arrived, Chief Wakara was actually really nice to him. He later was baptized into the Mormon church, and he later asked Brigham Young if he wanted to know where the money rock is. Brigham Young had pulled one of his people who was famous in the mining industry for him, which at the time was Thomas Rhodes. He had actually been over in the mining of California and had come up to Utah to meet with Chief Wakara and go over the deal. The deal was, by Chief Wakara, that only Thomas Rhodes was allowed to go into the hills and extract gold from this one mine, which was said to be used for just the church and only the church's needs. Thomas Rhodes could only carry what he could carry or fit on a mule in one day's travel. And so in these many expeditions up to the mine, he gathered enough gold from the mine for the church to produce its Mormon mint and plate the statue Moroni on top of the temple. After Thomas Rhodes had passed, the duties of going to these sacred mines was passed on to his son Kaleb Rhodes until he died. And then at this point, Chief Wakara had actually already passed away too, and the chief who'd taken over no longer wanted people going in and extracting gold from their mines. So they blasted these shut, and these have been lost to this day. Now there's a lot of people have their speculation about where these could be, and supposedly there's more than one. There might be 7 of them, which there's also supposedly the Aztec story of the 7 cities of gold and the Mayans' origin story of Tenochtitlan. So my area of focus in the Uintahs has been around Kidney Lake, up Rock Creek. There's a lot of these old maps that lead you right into that area, and there's some canyons in there I've been droning. It's really interesting. You guys can do it too. It's in Utah.